Hello everyone, welcome back to SmallCapGuy. I think your social media has been flooded with different videos and memes about the Squid Game. There are also many games that resemble the gameplay and scene of the Squid Game. We all know that it is just a drama and it can't be real for a game organizer to take many people's lives so easily. If you don't know already, there are 456 participants in the Squid Game and there will only be one winner. The rest are being killed during the game itself. However, I want to tell you that many people are unknowingly playing Squid Game when it comes to investing. They possess the characteristics that could get themselves killed in the investing game, and eventually they can be gaining sustainable profits and become a winner over a long term. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 lessons learned in the Squid Game drama and how they are related to the top investing mistakes most people are making and how you can avoid them. Let's get started. In the Squid Game, all the 456 participants came from different demographics and countries, from male to female, from young to old, from having white-collar job to jobless. However, all of them have one thing in common. They need a huge amount of money. Most of them are having a huge debt, risking their personal lives and even their families' lives. For example, the main character, Song Gi-hoon, is a gambling addict and he owes a total debt of 450 million Korean won, which is about 350k USD. He doesn't have money to pay for his mother's hospital bill and he's struggling to take care of his daughter. Another participant, Chong Sang-woo, is the head of the investment team at a security company. His job is to use clients' money to trade for profits. What he had been doing was to leverage on his positions to trade futures and eventually lost 6 billion Korean won, which is about 5 million USD, and he is being wanted by the police. Most participants are living on the edge of their lives because it is impossible to pay off the debt they have owed. Apart from financial struggles, most of them are not having a great relationship with their loved ones as well. As the drama mentioned, they are living in hell. There are no other choice in life, so that's why they eventually participated in the Squid Game, hoping to earn the grand prize of 45.6 billion Korean won. You see, the main reason why they even chose to participate in the Squid Game is because they spent more money than they had. If they are able to manage their finances and not run into extreme situations, they don't even need to think about whether to risk their lives to join the game. The same goes for investors. It is a norm that leveraging is a double-edged sword. Think about this. You have planned out your investing journey for the next 1 to 2 years and it is going pretty well as you thought. Halfway through the journey, you decided to over-leverage. Things went against you and your initial profits were wiped out and you are even in a loss position. In this case, your investing plan has basically been interrupted and you are moving further away from your investing goals just because you use more money than you had. If you could manage the debt level you have, you won't even ever run into this kind of situation. So let's move on to the second scene. I want to introduce 2 more characters in the Squid Game to illustrate the situation. Jang Deok-soo has been a gangster team leader before joining the game. After he joins the game, he could quickly form a team with other participants who are willing to be his subordinates. Because of his influence, he could also know some tips for the upcoming games that gave him unfair advantage to win the game. There is also another participant, Han Min-yo. According to Wikipedia, she is a mysterious and manipulative woman. Yes, I also think that she is a crazy person in the game. This crazy lady knows that the gangster leader has formed a strong team and has a higher chance of winning, so she requested to join the team. She even offered her own body for the gangster's leader's pleasure in order to survive further in the game. Things went pretty well for this lady until game number 3. The gangster leader got to know in advance that the game is tug of war. Of course, he needed a team of strong men to win the game, so that's why women are not the best choice. The crazy lady shamelessly begged the gangster leader to let her stay in the group, but was rejected. I want you to understand her feelings at that time. She has been giving everything she could to please the gangster leader, but eventually she was being betrayed. Filled with resentment, the crazy lady sacrificed herself and carried the gangster leader together to death in game number 5. How is this linked to investing? Well, it is a very common mistake beginner investors make. Imagine that you bought a stock and the stock price dropped 20%. You went to check why the drop happened and found out that the latest earnings result is out and the company has declining growth. Instead of closing the position and moving the fund to invest in the better growth company, you would think about this. I have already spent so much time doing research and put in so much capital. Let's wait for it to break even first. Did the stock eventually go back to break-even price? Probably not. The stock price would drop further to 30%, 40% or 50% or more if the company can't keep up with its growth rate. You'll fall in love with the stock because you have put in so much resources and are not willing to let it go even if the stock has become worse. Now, I want to tell you that stocks are not your life partners. If it doesn't serve you anymore, just dump it. Whatever resources or effort you have put in and lost are known as sunk costs, and they are in the past. When we invest, looking only in the past would cause us to lose more money. This is a deep topic and I will discuss it in depth in my subsequent videos. Now, let's move on to the third scene. Before the main character Seong Gi-hoon joined the Squid Game, he was gambling and won 4.56 million Korean won. After that, he was chased by the loan shark and he bumped into a young girl. Little did he know that the prize he won was actually stolen by the young girl. After that, they met again during the Squid Game. Of course, Gi-hoon was angry and wanted her to repay back the money. Now, I want to share with you a side story that the Squid Game was once paused and the participants were released back to the real world. Gi-hoon and the young girl were dumped back together with both hands and legs tied. Because the young girl is a thief, she carries a knife at all times and she could easily untie herself. When she was living on her own, Gi-hoon begged her to release him, promising that he won't chase after her for money when he is released. Because he wanted the young girl to believe in him, he further swore that if he broke the promise, his mother would die. Right after the young girl helped him to untie, he immediately broke the promise and asked her to repay the money. Because of this, his mother's health subsequently worsened and needed operation. That's why Gi-hoon rejoined the Squid Game and won the grand prize. However, when he was back with sufficient money to cure his mother, she passed away on the bed. Another story in the Squid Game is about a Pakistan migrant worker, Abdul Ali. He has been working in a factory where the boss did not pay the salary on time. While having a conflict with his boss, an accident happened. Ali took his boss's money, which doesn't belong to him, then ran away. Later on, during game number 4, it was a 2-person game. Each person got 10 marbles and the way to win the game is to own 20 marbles. Ali was having good luck owning 19 marbles and almost win the game. However, he eventually lost the game and died just because his bag was being swapped by his partner. You can see that for Gi-hoon, he used his mother for a sway and broke the promise. Eventually, his mother died. For Ali, he stole money that didn't belong to him and he eventually died because his marbles got stolen. It is because of causality or cause and effect. Your decisions now will determine your outcome in the future. Coming back to investing, what are the short-term pleasures that could cost you more in the long term? The answer is not educating yourself. There are so many people investing in the stock market without proper knowledge and skills. They are always having excuses for not learning investing skills and mindset themselves. I'm busy working. I got no time to learn it. This one is too complicated for me. I don't know how to do analysis. Yeah, no need to learn one lah. My friend always give me accurate tips one. I always follow him and I can make money very easily. All these are very dangerous moves. Let's take the last example of following stock tips blindly. If you follow a stock tip and you make money, you are happy. Then you would think that making money in the stock market is easy, and you would repeat following tips blindly. At the same time, because of greed, you would increase your position sizing, making trades with larger amounts. This repeats until you lose money, and your losing amount would probably be much higher than what you made. Then you quit investing. In this case, you totally didn't learn why you make or lose money and you can't improve your investing skills. You wasted time and money for doing something that can be totally avoidable. At the same time, you have a trauma of investing. This makes you move further away from your financial goal. You see, the initial short-term pleasure of not doing homework and following stock tips blindly could cause you a long-term financial failure. Your decisions now will determine your outcome in the future. With that, I want to end this video by summarizing 3 points I learned from the Squid Game drama that can be applied to investing. First, manage the money you could manage. Control your leverage. Second, the amount of time and effort you spend are sunk costs and they are in the past. We need to focus on the future. Third, short-term small decisions could affect your long-term outcome in life. If you think this video has been helpful to you, remember to smash the like button so YouTube algorithm will show this video to more people. This YouTube channel mainly shares practical tips about investing and personal finance from my investing and coaching experience. If you don't want to miss any of the future videos, turn on the notification for this channel. Look forward to seeing you next time.